Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well out there. It's Thursday, November 5th, 2009. Just wanted to let you guys know as the market's closed at 10,005 on the Dow. We are officially over 10,000, so it's time to party like it's 1999. The economy's in full recovery. We had GDP of 3.5%, or increase of 3.5% for last quarter. 10,000 on the Dow. Hey, it just doesn't get any better than this, does it? You know, we've had jobless claims go down. Man, you know what, guys? You should be very bullish. You need to go out and buy a bunch of flat panel screen TVs right now, and just go to Walmart and just live it up, because it's like 1999 all over again. So, of course, I'm being sarcastic, but you know, of course, what does this really mean for you and I? Nothing. But what you're going to get is a lot of info babes on the TVs talking about, oh wow, the Dow was closed at 10,000 today. The recovery's in full swing. It's strong. It's here. It's wonderful, and you should be happy too. So, I wanted to give props to Charoteer, who is a subscriber, one of my subscribers. She talked about UUP being halted, and thought that was kind of interesting. And then, of course, I want to give props out to Option Trader 11, mentioning that somebody bought 300,000 calls on UUP yesterday. Well, that's a lucky guess, isn't it? So I'll post a link to the article. It's really interesting. Deutsche Bank. This is Deutsche Bank's halting the issuing of new shares of the ETF UUP because basically they've run out of shares. Everyone's just bought the whole thing up. I know a number of ETFs have some ETFs like oil, natural gas, things like that. They've had to suspend issuing new shares for the same exact reason. But this article also points out, too, the fact that it wasn't immediately clear why a currency fund would face the same problem. So we had a lot of buying in the dollar, which was very evident today because the dollar was basically flat today, hung around the 75.07 mark or so on the USD, excuse me. So, you know what, this is really interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because typically when you have a strong, and we'll call it strong, a decent Dow Jones rally like we had today, along with gold, it's done well too. It's still at $1,090 per ounce. You know, yesterday it went up to almost 1,100. So gold is doing still very well. And you know, crude has gone down 58 cents. You know, big deal. You know, typically in this scenario, what you would expect. You really would expect a run away from the dollar and into the commodities and equity markets, especially when the Dow is up like this, especially with the good news like this. You know, so obviously with the economic recovery news, you wouldn't expect too much within the commodities, but you definitely would expect a run into the equities. So, you know, to me it seems like with the news of the UUP running out of shares and the dollar still being held up, there's just some stuff going on. Wall Street is definitely out of control. I agree with the Option Trader 11. Wall Street's out of control. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, guys, I really expect, like I mentioned in my previous video, you know, there's just so much liquidity in the markets today, in the equity markets. I wouldn't expect the Dow to do any kind of crashing. And I'll tell you what, if you do start to see a 1,000-point drop every day, the banks are leaving. I mean, that means it's toast, and we're done. So. We'll watch how this goes. We'll see what UUP does. The story is just developing, so the link right now is a very small story, but definitely bears watching. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you would, please rate, subscribe, comment on it, and other than that, have a terrific rest of the day, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye-bye now.